Cars was a pretty great film, which you could tell was a love letter by John Lasseter, the chief creative officer of Pixar. Cars had a good lesson of taking in the little things in life, exhilarating racing, and exposed audiences to a new and unique world. Cars wasn't necessarily a box office powerhouse like The Force Awakens or Toy Story, but Cars has proven to be a massive franchise through large merchandise sales and its own land in California adventure. In Cars 2, Pixar refocused the story onto a minor goofy character, Mater, which brings the film into more ridiculous situations and sometimes loses what made the first film good. They focus too much on spies and a hidden villain and less on building characters and focusing on the racing. Cars 3 looks to bring Lightning back as the main character, which I think is a positive note for the franchise as a whole, but how could they have fixed the original sequel? Hello, I'm Isaac from What's So Videos, where we discuss fun topics for fun people, and today I'm going to explain my thoughts on how Pixar could have made Cars 2 great. Cars allowed us to see its world through the arrogant rookie star Lightning McQueen, who discovered how wonderful life could be through his friends at Radiator Springs. We see Lightning look beyond himself, while also doing what it took to be a humble champion, which is why in Cars 2, we see him take some time off after winning another Piston Cup. McQueen was content until Mater ropes him into a massive race known as the World Prix, but this story isn't really about Lightning. It's actually focused on his best friend Mater. Mater is roped into a huge ludicrous conspiracy where he is believed to be a super American spy. Now the movie looks amazing, and Mater's action is fun and sometimes pretty exciting, but the storyline for Lightning and Mater just felt so disconnected. Obviously they were both linked by the large energy conspiracy, but it just didn't propel either Mater or Lightning to grow like Lightning did in the original, and like we expect from Pixar. We have seen Pixar take ridiculous or odd situations and turn these ideas into wonderful movies, but Cars 2 felt like it was doing too little with two different stories. I think Cars 2 would have been much better if Mater and Lightning's stories were separated. I think Mater's whole storyline of being a secret agent would have made a great Mater's Tall Tales, or even a 30-minute special.
If I'm lying, I'm crying.
It was ridiculous, fun, and had the lesson of being confident in yourself. It just didn't make sense as a Cars sequel. Mater was fun and had some funny moments, but that didn't warrant him becoming a main character. Focusing on Lightning for all movies in the Cars trilogy makes a lot more sense. So if we took what Cars 2 was and removed all of the elements of the conspiracy and the spy scenes, then what we have left is a story on Lightning McQueen, just like the original, where he is racing around the world against new and sometimes faster cars. Now this sounds like an amazing Cars 2. The movie would start out at the introduction of Lightning in Radiator Springs, where he is having fun with Mater, dating Sally, and is established to be a well-known American race car who has proved himself as a champion by receiving numerous Piston Cups. Where I think this movie should have explored was Lightning getting comfortable as a champion. Racing other race cars has become second nature to him. He can handle that pressure easily, but racing on the world stage against different types of cars on new terrain would push Lightning in a new way like the supercars are doing in Cars 3. To push himself to the next level, Lightning enters the World Prix probably through the same way as in Cars 2. I really thought Mater talking to the news anchor and Francesco was a hilarious scene and perfect for the lesson I think would be explored.
Yeah, that Italian fella you got on there can't talk that way about Lightning McQueen. He's the bestest race car in the whole wide world.
Maybe Lightning knew of the World Prix, but turned it down because he was scared. He doesn't want to leave his comfort zone. Lightning is extremely happy where he is, but Francesco's taunting is too much for him and he decides to enter. This story has some weight to it and has the elements that made the original fun to watch, racing and developing Lightning. I think Lightning should start the first race cocky and convinced he is just naturally better because he has won Piston Cups. I loved the idea that Lightning lost the first race, but I don't think he should start blaming Mater for his loss. This should be an internal conflict. We have to see him struggling through the different terrain and the frustration that comes out of his loss. To beat these new and different cars in different terrain, he's going to have to adapt to be the champion. He has to do something to recapture his I am speed moment.
Speed. I am speed. One winner, 42 losers. I eat losers for breakfast.
After training and gaining motivation from his team from Radiator Springs, probably through some type of Rocky montage, we see Lightning struggling but winning the second race in Italy. To win the World Prix, he's going to have to do something amazing. He has won the race, but the next course is going to be an even harder one for him, and he just doesn't have confidence. He wants to win, but he doesn't feel he needs to win. When he gets to the start line, he's unsure of himself, but once he gets in the race, he has to look within himself. He has to get pumped and strive to be a champion. That's when he hears the "I am speed" thought once again. Lightning fights to win the race like he has never done before, and he does it. Lightning's story in Cars 2 is fine, but if they would have just focused on what Lightning was thinking and feeling during his defeats, instead of focusing on the secret agent antics, the story could have been so much more impactful. We could see Lightning's feelings as he struggled with what it means to be a champion, and question if he is even capable to take on these new struggles. Mater's adventure as a secret agent, I think, would have fit better in a different medium, while Cars 2 should have focused on Lightning's trials as a small race car against the world. So now it's time for your thoughts. How would you have fixed Cars 2? And are you excited for Cars 3? Let me know in the comment section along with any other ideas you have for future Discovering Disney episodes. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more like it, then remember to subscribe to Watso Videos, follow me on my social media pages, and click the bell if you'd like to be notified when I post. To help grow my channel to infinity and beyond, then consider checking out my Patreon page. Thanks for watching, and have a magical day.